Hey Doodles, it's Smurf here. I thought I'd do a vid on the art supplies I've been collecting over the last couple of months, so you know what kind of upcoming content I'll have in 2022. Before I started the YouTube channel, I had purchased myself a few little bits and pieces. Now these are the Kuretake Zig Clean Color Real Brush watercolors. Now I numbered them and I've got my own swatches and I set up the colours how I wanted them. I have been playing with these, so there'll be some upcoming content with that in them. These are my go-to pencils that I've always used throughout my life if I've ever used coloured pencils, which I do quite a bit. So these are the Faber-Castell Classic Colour 48 set pencils, and they're good. I like them. They blend all right. They are wax based, so you do get a bit of bloom and stuff like that with them, but all round really good beginner pencils. I don't know why I don't see a lot of people using them. In saying that, there are so many different pencils you can choose from these days, but I really like Faber-Castell, and obviously throughout the years I've used Crayola and stuff as well, but I prefer the Faber-Castells. As you know already, I like the Ohuhus, so this was my 24 set of Skintones that I bought because I would like to do more human themed stuff because I'm quite useless at it, to be honest. So that's something that I need to develop, so we'll be exploring that at some stage. Of course, you know I already had the 216 Honolulu set, so yep, plenty going on with that one. I also decided after that I would buy some of the Ohuhu Fineliners, so we'll be trying them out and seeing how great they work with the markers. Knowing that I'm a big fan of the Faber-Castells, I went ahead and bought myself the 60 Classic Colour Pencil Sketch Set, so we'll just pop this out and have a little look. One thing I will do is I'll put up how much these cost me. Most of the stuff I've bought from Amazon, especially for the stuff that I can't find in New Zealand locally. So I've already sorted these out into colours. Now I did a lot of research because Faber-Castell basically have a colour coding system. It's really hard to find any information on the classic colours, but I've managed to find out which colours are actually called what. They did a name change a few years back for a lot of the colours, so that's made it a little bit harder as well. Some of these colours you won't find with your Goldfabers or the Polychromos. A lot of these colours aren't in those sets either, but you can kind of fill in the gaps and stuff, so I'll be bringing out swatches based around those. I actually already shot a video for the 48 set. You won't be able to see all of the names and stuff for them, but I will have swatches available that you can purchase that will tell you the names, because you know, I've got to eat. As you can see, you get a nice range of colours and they're really good beginner pencils. So for anybody who is looking at buying a set of colour pencils, I would really recommend Faber-Castells as a good place to start. They're fairly cheap. Only problem is these don't come in open stock, so you can't replace a pencil when you use it, so you have to buy a full set. The classic 48 set, I'll put a picture up of what they look like when you buy them in the store. All of those 48 are in the 60 set. Now the 60 set also comes with, I found it in here, yeah. Comes with this nice cool little very basic colour wheel to show you your complementary colours, which ones are shades, tones, tints, hues, your triad colours, etc, etc. So, and it's got a nice way of showing you how the pencils react with themselves depending on what you're doing with them. So that was quite a cute little freebie. And obviously this set also comes with a couple of graphite pencils, an eraser and a pencil sharpener, so that's pretty cool, and it comes in a nice little tin. Since I decided I wanted to like crack the code when it comes to Faber-Castell's colour coding system, I decided it would be necessary for me to buy their other sets. So I went ahead and bought their medium grade, I would call it, which is the Goldfabers. So these are more for students, I suppose you would put it. And they blend a lot nicer. They don't have as much wax in them, and as you can see, they have their colour system here. In this colour system here, you'll find if you've got your Polychromos, a lot of these colours appear in your Polychromos as well, and some don't. So I'll be filling in all of the gaps with that when I get on to building basically a comprehensive swatch system for all the Faber-Castell pencils that you can get. With these Faber-Castells, they say they have good light fastness, but they don't actually have any ratings, whereas the Polychromos do. Now, when I bought this set, I bought it as a used set through Amazon. I don't necessarily believe it was used, as you can see. So because I got this from Amazon at a reduced price because it was classed as used, it's got some dents in the tin and you know, a little bit of damage, but they're pretty good, and I don't really mind if my tin is dented, because I'm going to dent it and scratch it and all sorts of things anyway. So that's the full 48 set of Goldfabers. They only come with 48 colours. And I bought the full set of the Polychromos as well. The box was quite damaged when it came, but I'm not too picky, so as you can see there's a denting here in the tin, but you know, when you open it up there's no damage whatsoever to the pencils, etc., so not worried about that either. There's the full set of the Polychromos, so it will be very interesting to see what the major differences are between the quality of the pencils. Now, before I bought all of those Faber-Castell ones, I decided I might need a little bit more than just my 48 set, and you know, I didn't really want to spend too much money to start with, because I thought about doing a YouTube channel, but then I thought, nah, who'd want to watch me do stuff? But anyway, so I bought these Brutfuners because I'd heard pretty good things about them for a budget pencil, and when you're getting 180 colours for, I think it was about 65 Australian dollars it cost me, but I'll put that how much it costs. And so you get your little sheet here. I have heard other people say make sure you swatch it in its original order before you reorganize it, because apparently the order they come in isn't bad at all, so I will do that. And the trays are pretty flimsy and yucky, but like, yeah, that's, I'm pretty shaky at the moment. I've not had a very good week. Been in hospital and in quite a bit of pain, so as you can see it just keeps going. So we'll be checking them out in a video once I get around to getting that done. I have so much planned. You know, I came out with those better swatch systems for the Ohuhus, but I actually think I can improve on them and make even better ones. So meaning what I'm hoping to do is figure out my own little system for actually making sure all of my materials are always ordered in the same color order. If I were to, I don't know, start using some of my blue Ohuhu markers, I'd be able to go into any of my other pencil sets or whatever, and I'd find the same blues in the same order, if that makes sense, depending on their hue and whatnot. So that is going to be a huge feat. I like to use non-photo blue pencils, so I've got some Caran D'ache ones here. I really like using these copy no print blues from Prismacolor Col-erase, so I thought I'd buy the full set of these, just so that I've got other colours to draw my line art down with. So we'll be having a look at them at some stage too. I haven't even opened them. And then also, I thought, you know, why not just buy all the most popular pencils? I went ahead and bought myself the Prismacolor Premier set, but I do have one little question about these. Like, there's a few pencils that are a bit damaged, like this one's not looking too good and it's off center, so I'm going to have to look after that one. It's got a bit of splitting going on there. Some of the pencils, if I can find an example, have barcodes printed on them and numbers. but not all of them do. It's just some of them. So I'm gathering we've just pulled these from open stock or something. I'm not sure. So I don't know what that's all about, but I got the full set of the Prismacolors so that I'll be able to, you know, make those comprehensive swatch sets. So that's about it for the coloured pencils. Oh, no, I lie. I got carried away with the Faber-Castells. So I've also bought myself some of the watercolour ones. Seems I've got, you know, my watercolour Kuretake Zigs that I like so much. I thought I'd give some pencils a go as well. Never really been one to even try watercolour pencils, so that'll be an interesting learning curve. So I just got this set because it was on sale. I decided I'd try these Primrosia dual tip watercolour brush and fine tip pens. I'll just open them up and I'll explain why I bought them. So it's really hard sometimes to get particular things that I'm after here in New Zealand. For example, like I wanted to buy the 320 set of Ohuhus, but you know, as soon as they went up, they just said that they were unavailable to ship to me and that they were out of stock, basically. So I don't know if that shows that for people in other areas. So I just cannot get my hands on them. Other thing too was I wanted to buy the full set of the Ohuhu gel tip watercolour marker pens that they've got, but I can't find any of those in stock either. But I did find these Primrosia ones, which come from Australia, and I'm pretty sure, oh cute, I'm pretty sure that they're made by the same people, if you get what I mean, because they look so much like the Ohuhu ones. So I'm not entirely sure, obviously, but I thought I'd give these a go anyway. So there's those to check out too, and I just love the packaging. It's very pretty with all the gold embossing on the box. It looks like a little house. Very, very cute. So that's the first time I've opened them. And I've got a box full of little bits and pieces here. I've also bought some Derwent Blender and burnisher pencils to try. I picked up some Faber-Castell Pitt pens, the white ones. Those. Now there's this nice little shop that I like to support in New Zealand. They obviously import Japanese products mostly, because these are the guys that I bought my Kuretake Zig colour set from. So we've got this interesting Ratchetta pencil sharpener to try out. The reason this caught my eye was, you know, when you sharpen a pencil, a lot of people go like that. Well, this one, when you do that, the blade actually stops spinning, so it's only doing one continuous movement, like a ratchet that you would have in your toolbox. And this stuff's from these guys at Smooth Pens. I got a Fudenosuke pen from Tombow to try out. I also got a Tombow eraser to try out as well. It's not exactly the same one, but I think it was Kirsty Partridge. Her YouTube channel, she recommended Tombow eraser pens, so I thought I'd buy the cheaper one and see how that goes. And I got myself some Posca pens because I know everybody's having rage fits about these at times. I see them all the time, never use them, don't know jack about them really. So there'll be that to check out as well. And I really like Japanese made stuff. It's normally pretty good. Like I've had the Copics in the past and they're really good, but they're just really expensive. Also been doing a little bit of research into the old Copic, and I'm pretty sure I figured out how I can figure out which colours of the Copics are closest to the Ohuhus so that you can refill them. So watch out for that. That's going to be a huge amount of work for me, but yeah. Also like the idea of stamping, so I bought some stamping blocks because I just think it'd be easier to just like stamp some stamping outlines and try different types of coloured pencils or any kind of medium and have a go. So I've got even a little Christmas one, even though I'm not much of a fan of Christmas. Thought I'd try and get in this festive spirit. Oh, and there's another one I bought as well. I bought all sorts of different stampy things to try out because, yeah, I love watching some of the stampers on YouTube and the stuff they get up to. It's pretty interesting. So I've also got some ink for that. I bought some Wink of Stella by Zig. So that's the Kuretake brand again. I've got those to try. And I've got a Wink of Stella. It's just the gold one though. I wanted the white one that everybody uses, but it wasn't available. So I bought all of this stamping stuff from a New Zealand seller. I think it was Jackie's craft store. I thought I'd try a Marvy LePen. So that's a Japanese one. I got these little blending tips as well for a different reason. And I bought this little blending brush just because it was so cute. Like, how cute is that? So cute. I also got these little fantastix. So they've just got like, we'll pull one out. They've got like, I don't know what you would even call that. It's like just absorbent filtery stuff. You can just chuck in alcohol ink, blending ink in there, or whatever you want to do. Basically the same kind of idea with this. Use it for blending, but these are supposedly reusable. So I got them. I also have a Dove blending pen. Where is it? So I bought some more nibs for that. It tends to work well with the watercolor stuff. They wear out real quick. I've got this real cute little bunny stamp as well. I've been dying to use that one. I've had that for ages. I just bought it when this person was closing down their shop and they had everything for real cheap, so it didn't cost me that much. I'm making a mess here in my little art nook. I know I said when I started my channel that I'd probably never use the more expensive brands. The thing is with like the Prismacolors, buying the whole set and the outlay is very dear, but the fact is when I've used up all of one colour, I can just replace that one colour, so it's going to save me money in the long run. I would actually probably recommend buying a set of pencils that you can replace them open stock, and saying that, you know, I've got my classic colours that we can't do that with, I've got those Brutfuners that you can't do it with, so I guess I've got a little bit of variety going on for the channel anyway. So yeah, there'll be lots of fun stuff happening. I'll be continuing with the Learn to Draw tutorials. Now they take a little bit of thought, and I'd really like to actually get better at how I present them. So those will probably only come out maybe once a month, maybe once a fortnight, depending on how I get on with that kind of thing, because I've got, you know, unknown variables going on with my back and that kind of thing at the moment. I really should probably start a blog. If I start a WordPress blog or something, it might be easier to keep up with what I'm doing, because a lot of what I am doing for my YouTube channel is behind the scenes stuff that you like have no idea what I'm up to and why I haven't uploaded for a few days or whatever, but it's because I've been spending hours and hours working on swatches or, you know, color coding systems and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think I'll probably get onto that this year as well. And I suppose I will probably do another video, a separate one, because this has been long enough, about like what colouring in books and stuff that I've got and purchased, and you know, so you can see some of the things that would be colouring in with, and whether you want to go ahead and buy those colouring in books so we can do colour alongs or something like that, because I think that would be quite fun, because that's an important part of being creative yourself, is like learning how to use the mediums through playing with them. So guys, until I see you next time, keep on doodling. I hope this hasn't been too boring, and I'll edit it up a little bit, and yeah, hopefully it'll be heaps better by the time you see it.